I do my best to not respond to comments in my channel, specifically ones that are, super negative and all that stuff. I have filters put in place that generally prevent the more negative comments from even reaching me because, I just don't want to have to deal with that stuff. But I received a comment from a viewer that apparently is a subscriber because, he was able to comment on the video in the first place, and they have new features that allow me to make it so that only people who have been subscribed for a certain period of time can actually comment on the video. The gist of the reason I want to make this video is not because I'm butthurt by the comment. I responded to the comment and gave a lengthy description of why I think that person was wrong for their opinion about what they said. But it did make me feel like if this person thinks this, there's probably other people that are thinking along the same lines as this person was. So I just wanted to take a moment to kind of address my overall approach to where I'm coming from when it comes to Elite Dangerous. Because to some people, it might look like I'm sensationalizing, but if you look at the history of my channel, there have been plenty of things that have happened that I didn't cover. I don't generally talk about news in the game. So, most of my videos are all gameplay videos, and it's only the last few videos where I've actually started talking about like the developers and the game itself outside of just bullshitting while I'm playing. The basic claim was like I'm just trying to jump on the bandwagon of people criticizing things, and I don't know, I kind of disagree with that in the first place because I basically, as soon as I saw the post on Facebook about it, I immediately sat down, opened up my recording software, and because I wanted to make sure people immediately knew that this is what this is. This is developers trying to play games to see how far they can push the player base to, allow them to change the business model in a way that's advantageous to them and provides little value to the players. Like as soon as I saw it, I had the thing up there. Why do I bring that up? It's because one of the things I really try very hard to do with my channel, both this channel and my Talking Head channel where I talk about other different things, is I want to tell you guys what I think, right? And yeah, sometimes I get a little bit aggressive or emotional about things when I'm really like, what the fuck is this, right? I get that way. I'm a human being just like everybody else, but I do my best to give you guys my honest perspective on how I think things are going, what I think about something that's coming out. And, if that tends to be negative, well, then it's what I think. And I'm going to tell you what I think. And if you don't like the way that I present things, you're perfectly fine to disagree with my point of view. And, nobody's holding a gun to your head and making you watch my channel. If what I'm saying is bothering you that much, well, just find another channel to watch. It's not that big of a deal. When I make a video, and especially if I'm on this specific channel, when I'm making this kind of a talking head video, it's because I have something to say that I think and truly believe is important. And I want to put my viewpoint out there so that those people who haven't already made up their minds will have another perspective to draw from to make to decide what they're going to do. The person who watched my video and wrote a 5 or 6 paragraph response to my video is not my target audience for the kinds of videos like this that I make. Because the person who's willing to sit down and write a 5 to 6 paragraph rebuttal of the things that I said has already made up their mind about what they think about the situation. Nothing I say is ever going to change their mind. There is no argument I can make, no matter how fantastic and awesome the argument is. You're not going to change the mind of somebody who has already decided how they feel or how they think about something. So when I make a video, I go out of my way to just tell you honestly and truthfully and realistically what I think about something. Because I don't want to develop a reputation of, I just say things to get attention. Obviously, as a content creator, I want attention. I want to grow my channel. I want people to watch my videos. I want you to stick around to the end and, hear what I have to say. And I do my best to structure my thought processes for my video as I go through this stuff to try to continue to entice you to watch to the end so that I can get more watch time. Obviously, that's a part of my equation. But I really go out of my way to try to not make videos just to make videos. My gameplay videos are regularly scheduled things that I do every day. And videos like this are only made when I really feel like I have something to say about something. And that's kind of how I feel about it. And so, I'm not really that upset that somebody thought that I was just trying to drum up drama or whatever. People are going to have their opinion and, everybody has their own opinion and it's fine. But I want to make it clear to my audience, and especially those of you who have stuck around the channel for a while and actually watch my videos, that if I make a video, it's not because of any other reason than I think this is something important that needs to be addressed. And yeah, I might be upset and pissed off about something. That's going to happen sometimes. But there is a genuine and honest reason behind why I'm doing what I'm doing. And, you know, I'm not going to let people who come in and try to tell me that I'm being disingenuous about things affect me, because I know what I'm doing and I know why I'm making a video. But I can see how some people might get the wrong idea when I see something that I find to be a, you know, kind of shady and disgusting business practice, and then I say something about it, and then you think I'm kind of like trying to play games or something. I don't know. I don't like it when people play games, and my promise to myself and my promise to you is that I'm never going to play games. I'm always going to give you my honest opinion. And if you don't like it, that's fine, but it is my honest opinion. It is not me trying to manipulate or do anything stupid or crazy, because I'm a no bullshit kind of person, and I promise to be that for you as a content creator. And you're either going to like my opinion or you're not, but you're not going to change my opinion, because I think what I think and I believe what I believe. It is what it is. So for those of you who watch my channel and you feel like you get something out of it, I really appreciate that you continue to watch. I really appreciate that you understand where I'm coming from. I'm giving you a no bullshit, like you're never going to get what you get from a lot of other content creators where they say what you want to hear. You're never going to get that from me. I will never tell you what you want to hear unless I actually believe what it is that you want to hear. And I know that you're always going to make enemies when you do that. The truth is always going to piss people off. And the truth doesn't necessarily have to be an objective truth. It can be the truth of, this is my perspective and this is how I see it, and I'm going to tell you the truth of what I think about this. That's going to piss people off, and I'm fine with that. But I just wanted to take a second to let you guys know that when I say things that, you know, seem to agree with the mainstream opinion, or seem to agree with a counterculture, or seem to agree with anybody else, it's because I actually think it, and not because I'm just trying to jump on a bandwagon. I don't like it when I don't like it when other people do it. I don't like it when people try to sell me on something, and I'm not going to try to sell you on anything. I'm going to tell you what I think. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. It was a long-winded way of saying that I value you as the viewer too much to give you a bunch of bullshit that doesn't mean anything, because I don't want it to be done to me, and I'm not going to do it to you. If I say something, it's because I think it, and that's just kind of the end of it. If you don't like it, I invite you to unsubscribe from the channel and move on to somebody else who says what you want to hear. But I am going to tell you what I think, and that's just the end of it. So thanks for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. I also have PayPal and Patreon links, and the thanks button if you would like to contribute to the channel, because you actually find my honest opinions of things meaningful, even if I don't necessarily have the most positive bent on everything. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.